Hi, I'm Joe Craig, Interim Director of the UCCS Economic Forum, and welcome to my quick hits for the April dashboard. As I mentioned last month, I expected consumer confidence to be lower than the preliminary March numbers, and it was, with the final of 62 being 1.4 points lower than the preliminary numbers that we got. That being said, the April preliminary number came up to 63.4. All this means that despite the banking issues last month, consumers seem relatively unfazed. Inflation continues to come down, with March giving us a 5% number, down from 6% in February. That doesn't mean that we're likely to see a decrease in Fed rates or even a pause. I'd expect the Fed to raise rates again, possibly even in May, by 25 basis points. As we've said before, we're still a ways away from the 2 to 3% inflation number that the Fed targets. Add in that the labor market is still tight, putting pressure on wages, and they're unlikely to change course at this point. Speaking of the labor market, labor force participation and job openings are up, with unemployment falling. We're now seeing 62.5% of the labor force participating, which is the highest since the onset of COVID. In addition, unemployment is down everywhere. It fell 0.3 percentage points nationally, 0.5 percentage points for Colorado, and 0.6 percentage points for El Paso County. We're now seeing 2.8% of the local population unemployed, which is very, very low. What I was really interested in seeing this month was the housing data. As expected, we saw an uptick in home sales, up over 1,000. It's not the 1,200 to 1,300 that we usually see every March, but it's considerably up from the January-February lows we saw this winter. Additionally, after half a year of permits being extremely low, we saw a strong increase to the tune of about 700 permits issued last month. I swear doing this sometimes makes me feel like a meteorologist. Although they have it easier than economists, those slackers, because they only try to predict things out about a week in advance, and oftentimes you ask economists to predict things out months or even years in the future. That being said, I'm much more optimistic than I was last month. I think Harry Truman would truly hate me these days. I'm certainly not a one-handed economist. These have been my quick hits for the April dashboard. Thanks for watching.